Good morning and happy Friday. This morning I wanted to pull an affirmation card because they just give me something to focus on, maybe that I just don't sometimes think about. So this morning the one that I pulled was, I need not compare my perfection to that of others. So that is it. And what it says is, if it had been your intent to be the same, so if we were all meant to be the same, more of you would be the same. But we are not. And so rather than looking at yourself and acknowledging that you are lacking in this or that in your characteristics, look towards the advantages of that which you are. In other words, as you are assessing or analysing your physical body, spend a greater part of your time looking for the advantages that it offers, not just to you, but to the balance of all that is. So when I read that, it definitely resonates in the fact that sometimes a lot of us will compare ourselves to other people or compare our journeys to other people at certain parts of our lives. So you might think, oh, why am I not as thin or as curvy as her? Or why isn't my hair as straight or curly? Or why do I always think of the negatives instead of the positives? You know, why do I get down for no reason? Why do they have more than me? These are all comparasites. That's what I call it, comparasitive traits. So we keep on comparing, and when we compare, we start pushing ourselves down, and we start thinking lesser of ourselves, and we start putting pressure on ourselves to be like someone else. And no one is the same. We are all our own worlds. We all water ourselves differently. We all speak to ourselves differently. And we are all at a different stage in our lives and our journeys. And also, our happiness levels are completely different. I'm generally 70% happy, and the 30% I have to make up through my hobbies, through the people I surround myself with, being in nature, the environment. That brings up the extra 30% in my happiness to get me to 100%. So we can't compare ourselves to other people, even though in society we are kind of forced to be comparing ourselves to other people. You know, isn't it amazing how people will back a celebrity and they will back someone who is influential, who's a TV star or an artist or of some sort. But when they see their friends starting to evolve and make themselves feel more worthy and not take other people's bullshit, isn't it amazing how a lot of society will try and pull those people down, yet they will back a star that they don't know? Isn't it mad? So when we compare, we're actually slowly pulling ourselves down because we're putting on too much stress and pressure into ourselves. We are causing worry, anxiety, and stress, which is not needed. Life is stressful enough without you comparing your journey, your life to other people's. And it's the same as me with my health issues. I could have given up long ago and said, oh, woe me, my life is so crap. You know, everything happens to me, blah, blah, blah. I'm always ill. But I didn't do that. I thought, you know what? I have to focus on what my body is telling me instead of it screaming at me. I have to focus on my mindset and stop comparing myself to other people's journeys, because that is the killer. And we have to stop that. So have a think. Do you need to stop comparing yourself? Have a great day.